彩了。
Welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Hugh Jass, and this is my review of Tales from the Dark, Part 1. The older I get, the more I learn to appreciate what I have, rather than gripe about what I don't. It's easier, takes less energy, and I suppose it makes the world a better place. Like I give a shit about that. Tales from the Dark is a trio of ghost stories. Local and supernatural, it's a now all too rare kind of movie. In a city that used to produce such films by the dozen. Simon Yam directs his segment, so therefore he directs himself. His segment is called Stolen Goods. It's the story of a man whose yearning for a better life leads him to commit crimes against both the living and the dead. At times this segment becomes quite disturbing and gritty. What kind of pompous bullshit is that? This segment has its fair share of frights and a lot of weirdness. Not much in the way of gross, well, but it's a good segment. While I can't say that this segment frightened me, it certainly entertained me. And that's all I ask. Now that's entertainment. The second segment is called Letting Go, and it's the story of an about-to-retire fortune teller, played by Leung Ka-fai, whose last customers have more in common than at first you would realize. He teams up with a colleague, played by Kelly Chen, looking remarkably cute in very unflattering glasses, and together they try to solve this mystery. Leung and Chen play their roles with a lightly comic touch that's actually a lot of fun. The acting is convincing and funny, and I really enjoyed the segment. Cherry An was convincingly bitchy, if not convincingly teenaged, but it was nice to see Tang Wei's stunt double get some work. It was also nice to see Eileen Tung on screen again. She plays Big Tony's estranged wife. She was more than convincing as an adult, and as an ice queen, which is hard to do when you're this hot. Holy shit. The third segment, Jingzhe, uses a local cultural landmark as the center of a story about life, death, and revenge. I was glad to see a local landmark being used in the movie, and I was very glad to see a movie that was so overwhelmingly local. Su Yum Yum plays a villain hitter beneath the Canal Road flyover in Causeway Bay. For a fee, naturally, she will punish whomever you want by beating an image with a shoe. It's a lot more interesting than I can explain or make it sound. Watch the movie. This segment, for me, combined the humor and the horror the most, with plenty of laughs as well as a lot of pretty violent, scary stuff. The audience responded really well to the segment. The biggest laughs went to Lo Hoi Pang's scene. He plays a triad leader who has the misfortune of sharing the same name and a lot of the same troubles as Hong Kong's current chief executive. Dada Chan plays an obviously troubled young woman with a grudge to settle, and this is where the story takes a morbid, violent turn. This movie really isn't for everybody. It's not a straight horror film, or a gay one. Some people might be disappointed, or at least not scared. But I really enjoyed Tales from the Dark. It was a lot of fun, it was entertaining, and like I said before, it struck me as a very local film, and I'm grateful for that. I'm looking forward to part 2, which is going to be released fairly soon. If you have the opportunity to see this movie in the cinema, please go do it. Otherwise, please wait till a disc comes out. Don't download movies. It sucks. Eventually, the description will be updated when it's offered for sale as a disc, and there'll be a link where you can go and buy it in a legal and morally upstanding fashion and not be a shitbag about it. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a comment. If you didn't, leave me a comment. If you enjoy these reviews or listening to me ramble like a moron, please subscribe, because it gives me motivation to know that somewhere out there, someone is listening.